Alright, we got lizard news going on. The reptilians are running the show. This is about the fire. So I'm going to play some stuff here. I guess PG&E is in trouble, but you know, like I said, this is backed up by the Rothschilds. So, you know, like I said, the back door is the insurance company, and you know, the Rothschilds aren't going to bail you out, people. See, this is all directed energy weapons. This is all an experiment. So, and I'm telling you, the reptilians, bada boom, bada bing, are running the show. Okay? Look at the neck. You think that's normal? Unless she's got cancer. Alright, so I'm going to play this. Here we go. I'm going to fast forward this. Now, there's a story in here, while this is backing up, there's a story in here about a girl. She said her father went back into the house. And I have a problem with it because they don't talk about a body, and she's so nonchalant about it. You know, if he went into the house, where's the body? Did he go through a portal? They do have jump room technology. And there's over 200 people missing. So this tells me that the technology is in full swing and they're not telling you what's going on. So I'm just going to play the video, and then when it arises, I'll bring it up, okay, as I go along. This is about the Paradise Fire, PG&E, the Rockefellers, and your overlord that's running this show. Plus the technology. And then I'm going to do another video on the Uber or the self-driving cars. Okay? So here we go. Let me hit this.
9 people are dead as wildfires continue to threaten California. A third body was found in connection with the Woolsey fire near Los Angeles. 8 more bodies were found in connection with the Camp Fire in the northern part of the state. Mireya Villarreal reports from the town of Paradise.
As you can see, there is destruction all around us, and it's that destruction, the magnitude of it, that's finally sinking in with thousands of people that lived here in Paradise. They have nowhere to go, they have no jobs, and now their futures are uncertain.
Okay, first of all, why don't these people have jobs? If they're living in this area, why would a reporter say they have no jobs? I'm just throwing that out in the wind. If you are living in this community, what a load of horseshit. Shouldn't you report to your job so that you can keep your job? Isn't that the nature of having a job? Yes, tragedy does occur, but you should, say, hey, some tragedy occurred to me, I mean, isn't that kind of like normal, You live in a really well-placed Paradise, California. I'm assuming this is a nice neighborhood, and you got to pay your bills. Okay? And for someone to sit there and say they have no jobs, she's throwing everybody in a bucket. Okay? But here we go. Directed energy weapon. Capiche?
For those that escaped the Camp Fire, the daily litany of updated numbers fails to capture the full impact of the disaster surrounding them.
138,000 acres, 35% contained, citizens in shelters, 1,385.
But with shelters at near capacity and thousands more displaced, many have been forced to set up camp in this Walmart parking lot.
There's more evacuees, more people are running out of money for hotels, and families, they're staying with people that, they can't stay there forever.
These before and after photos show the extent of the devastation in Paradise.
Look at that. McDonald's all gone, people. Wiped out. Okay? What does that tell you? Fucking gone, people. That is hotter than normal. Okay?
Building after building turned to rubble. Government officials say rebuilding efforts could take years.
People don't have that long to wait.
Right now, the Federal Emergency Management Agency is working with 700 open disasters. All these disasters take multiple years to get through.
I didn't expect it to move that fast.
Anna Dice says she and her father Gordon were ready to evacuate when suddenly he ran back inside the house.
I honked the horn and...
Alright, why would he run back in the house? I mean, seriously, look at these cars, man. This is 9/11. Dustification. I mean, the windows are gone. This is so abnormal of a fire. I mean, this is hotter than normal, people. Okay?
The kitchen collapsed outward, and I knew, and I tried to get in the car and drive out, but the tires had melted.
Anna survived all night by wading in a shallow pond, but she fears her father is now gone.
When he ran inside, and then he never came out.
Okay, he never came out. Where's the body then? She's so nonchalant about it. I mean, it's just like, you know, this guy went through a portal. They have jump room technology. So where the fuck is the body? She's so, you know, a matter of fact, you know? I mean, the fucking ceiling came down. I mean, shit, you know? Where's the body? She says he's missing. See how they're advertising? Still missing. Missing means they've got that. They're using technology, kids. The Empire is fooling all of you. The Orion Empire. They have the technology for jump room technology. There are videos out there that show this stuff. Okay? The physics has been completed. Okay? I've seen it with the Gang Stalkers. They go from point A to point B, and there's no way in hell they could have met up with me doing the function that I was doing, unless they were at jump room technology, and then they met up with me. Okay, here we go.
Investigators are still trying to figure out the cause of this fire, but some homeowners have already filed a lawsuit against the local utility company here, PG&E. Now, reportedly, that utility company is now saying they face billions of dollars.
I mean, look at her neck. Her neck is abnormal. It's very abnormal. PG&E, again, they're run by the Rothschilds. Okay? The elite, the cabal. Okay? They're at the top of the pyramid, people. Woo!
In liability costs, and that's money they're not sure their insurance company will be paying out. So inevitably, consumers might be on the hook for this. Tanya? So devastating.
So, in other words, insurance companies are not gonna, I mean, it's billions of dollars in damage, right? Insurance companies won't be able to pay for it, this is what she's saying, and then you're gonna be footing the bill for all of this test market. They're test marketing it. Their weapons system. PG&E is a weapons system. Are you getting it? Okay? And it's people like this that are not telling you the truth about this fucking shit that's happening out in California. I'm telling you who's running the show, people. It's the top of the pyramid. It's the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Obamas, and all of them. Okay? The Orion Empire. The elite. Okay? Copper-based DNA. Right? Alright, so now, how many minutes I got left? Alright, so that's one story. Let's go over here to the cars. I'm going to back up the truck. Let's see, where are we? Here, Ford.
Hey, Daryl. Hey, how much would you pay for something you don't
Great.
want?
Nothing. Is this a test?
No. Do you like getting stuff you like for free?
Yes, this feels like a test.
It's not.
Get 6 months free Apple Music on the network you deserve. Now buy one of our best phones and get
Blah,
one
blah,
on
blah.
us.
Okay.
Motor City is trying to keep up with Silicon Valley in the race to build self-driving cars. Ford announced a new partnership with Walmart to test autonomous vehicles in Miami for delivery of everyday items like groceries, diapers, and pet supplies.
The automaker is also developing a program expected to launch within 3 years that lets people hail a self-driving Ford with an app. Chris Van Cleve visited South Florida for an early test drive.
The car is driving itself now.
The car is currently driving itself. Every day on the unpredictable.
Okay, this is all about giving up your individual rights, people. This whole thing.
Streets in Miami, it's a bit like driver's ed for Ford's self-driving cars.
That was a very, human feeling left turn.
Ford gave us early access to the car.
See how they're doing it? See how they're doing it? For you to give up your rights, because he sat there and said, this is a very human-like turn. Do you get it? Okay, how they're using the system to make it feel human. Okay, when you are actually giving up all of your rights. He's not driving the car, people.
A safety driver up front keeps his hands on the wheel, but the car does the driving. The onboard technology is still being refined ahead of actual passengers being allowed to hail a ride by 2021.
Were the car makers slow to the table to get started on self-driving cars?
Yeah, I think most of them were in that they just weren't sure, is the technology real? Can it really work? Will it really operate someday without the need for any human driver input?
Brian Selesky is the CEO and co-founder of Argo, a startup some say is on a mission to save Ford's future. The automaker was years behind companies like Waymo, which is about to launch an autonomous ride-hailing service in Arizona. Ford invested $1 billion in Pittsburgh-based Argo, 2,500 miles.
See, I'm telling you, all this stuff that's happening in California and all this stuff that's going on is billions and trillions of dollars of secret space technology that's been hidden from you since the 1930s, and it's now coming up into the surface. It's all being introduced. Autonomous cars, your phones, all your, all the spying, all the surveillance, because you're data mining. They are data mining you to find out if you will give up your rights.
Away from Silicon Valley, they've built the technology that powers Ford's self-driving ambitions.
It's not hyperbole to say Ford's future rests on how this goes.
We thrive on it.
Ford already started a ride-sharing business and this month bought Spin, an e-scooter company.
This is really a disruption to our current business model. We are disrupting our own business. We're looking
Well, it's being disrupted whether you guys do anything or not.
Yeah, you're right. But we're looking at fewer cars and better ideas.
In Miami, Ford partnered with Domino's and Postmates to test vehicles that'll one day make autonomous deliveries to learn how people will respond.
Every time we do a delivery, we learn something new. We learned that they really like the fact that they don't have to tip an autonomous vehicle.
Did you hear that talk off? Look at that sales pitch. You don't have to tip a fucking computer. Oh my goodness. Oh, but they know where you live. That's part of the AI system. Yeah. Oh boy.
Autonomous vehicles are estimated to become a $7 trillion business by 2050 and save more than 500,000 lives on the roads by reducing...
Yeah, see that number? This is all estimations and stuff. Reducing accidents. This is a load of horseshit. It's a load of horseshit. You're giving up your freedom for a fucking car.
...accidents. But in March, a self-driving Uber SUV hit and killed a woman. Argo believes its technology would have avoided the crash.
How confident are you your cars won't make a mistake?
I'm very confident that the car will do the right thing just because of how we've designed the system.
So again, you're putting I told you, this is like the Terminators. You're putting your confidence in a machine, okay? See, he's selling. It's all about money, people. The elite have trillions and billions and quadrillions of money, okay? Based on stock investors and all this stuff to start these businesses up, okay? And they want you to give up your rights. See, driving is a personal right, for you to have freedom to drive where you want, right? Okay? You give a car your destination, you're telling it where you're at, okay? Who's to say who can't hack into the car and find out your location, okay? You're trying to do something. Think about it. This is very detrimental to privacy.
And that's important, says CNET Roadshow's...
Your information gets downloaded into the AI system to where you are. Okay? This is very, very... It's deadly.
Tim Stevens, because this could be the future, not only for Ford, but for transportation in general.
Is this a situation where you need to be first?
I don't think you necessarily need to be first, but you certainly need to have a plan in place and some technology in place.
The next phase will be to expand autonomous operations to a second city, Washington, D.C. Eventually, Ford plans to put passengers in the back seat and begin autonomous deliveries.
Okay, so again, this is about you giving up your rights to a machine. All your information gets downloaded into the AI system, and then someone can hack in and find your location. That's how easy it can go.